Hello, I'm Taylor with Concierge Physical Therapy Services, and I'm here to talk to you today about the proper way to use a four-wheeled walker like this one. The first thing you need to know about four-wheeled walkers that is unique to them is they do have these hand brakes. Now, these hand brakes work in two different ways. One way, by pulling upwards on them, you're just slowing yourself down, but when you let go, they're no longer engaged. Very similar to how brakes on a bike would operate. The second way is to lock the brakes and have them remain engaged. So in order to do that, I push down both sides on these handles. You'll notice that the handles stay exactly where I just put them. So now both locks are engaged, even though I'm not physically pulling on them, okay? Once I'm ready to disengage these locks, I simply just pull upwards, usually hear a little bit of a click, and then they're no longer engaged and I can walk on my way. So there are certain times when you do want to have these brakes engaged and to remain engaged. An example of this would be when you're standing up and sitting down from a chair that is not the walker, but also when you are using the walker as a seat as well. So here what I cue my clients to do, I'm gonna come over to this chair. I have the brakes disengaged or unlocked. I back all the way up to the chair, okay? Then I push both brakes down so that they're remaining engaged. From here, I reach back for my chair and sit. Now this walker is directly in front of me. If you don't necessarily want to keep the walker in front of you, that's fine. What you can do is pull up on those brakes again so that the walker is no longer locked and push it out to the side. When you're ready to use the walker again, you simply pull it back in front of you, push downwards on both locks so that they're engaged without you hanging onto it. That way you can push up from the chair, come into that standing position. From here, you can unlock those brakes and move on your way. Now, to use the four-wheeled walker as a seat is a great benefit of this type of walker. There are a few do's and don'ts when you try to do that. Now, a lot of people, when they want to use this as a seat, they'll kind of swing it around their body, kind of like this motion, okay? That's not necessarily the safest method of operating the four-wheeled walker, just because of the amount of weight shifting and balance changes you have to make in order to use that movement. What is a little bit easier is actually locking both brakes down, putting your hand over the top to where you have hand support the entire time, and then turning yourself around before you go to sit. Okay, when you're ready to stand, you stand back up from there. Now that's all well and good, but I sat with a lot of control. If you use this without pushing up against a surface, that's the method you would use, and you need to be sure you have good control. Optimal safety is parking it against a wall. So I have a nice wall here. What's ideal is pushing it up against the wall, locking down both brakes so that when I go to sit, even if I sit down forcefully, this walker is not going anywhere. Conversely, when I go to stand back up, if I'm pushing pretty hard on the walker to stand, it's not scooting out behind me. That wall is blocking it from doing that. So I'll do that now. Push up. And then from here, do my turn around, unlock the brakes, and be on my way. I hope that answers any questions you might have about using a four-wheeled walker. If you have any others, feel free to comment below or give us a call at Concierge Physical Therapy Services. Thanks for watching today, and we hope you have a good rest of your day.